your girl, Two-Wheel Donkey here, back at it again. Oh my gosh, guys, it is freezing. I don't know what is going on with Georgia, but I am convinced that Georgia is just confused when it comes to its weather. It's like Weather by Sybil. It's freaking weird. February felt like May, and like March feels like January. What in the actual piss is going on? Ugh. But anyways, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm super excited because today is Therapy Thursday, and I'm super excited about today because really, as I've said before, the point of starting this channel is to interact with you guys, but also to spread mental health. And I got just an influx of questions all over regarding all different topics, whether it was about clinical depression, social anxiety, how to cope with the death, how to cope with a breakup. All of these questions and all of these issues are serious factors to one's mental health and their psyche, and really they're life-altering events that can change a person. There's no other way around it. It can just absolutely change who you are. I think I've decided to only talk about one topic at a time to give its due respect. I don't want to rush any one particular topic. Like, for example, you know, tackling social anxiety and depression, that's a big topic, and it can't just be addressed within 2 or 3 minutes, you know what I mean? And so today's topic, I'm going to talk about how to cope after a breakup, whether it be a marriage or whether it just be something as short as a 4-month relationship. And some people say, well, B, you know, what does coping with a relationship have anything to do with mental health? It has everything to do with the mental health. Pain is relative, and you got to remember that everybody deals with it differently. And so if you're really in love with somebody or you really like somebody, it can traumatize you if your partner comes out of left field and decides to break up with you. Some people fall into a deep bout of depression. Some kind of go a little off their rocker and decide to physically harm their partner or anybody who's related to their partner. And I realize that talking about mental health and talking about these subjects is a two-way street. In meaning, you open up to me, and I got to open back up to you. You know, it can't be just, oh, let me give you all this advice and you not know where it's coming from. The other thing I want to address is I'm not a doctor. I know you guys already know that, but I'm not a doctor. So this is not professional advice. This is me talking to you as a human that's gone through some of these same situations as you have, and I can relate to you in your pain. I had 2 particular individuals write in. Both wish to remain anonymous, no problem. So for the point of this video, their aliases will be Sarah and James. Sarah was married, her husband cheated, and pretty much walked out. And she's just like, I have no idea what to do. I don't even want to get out of bed in the morning. James was not married. He was in a 6-month relationship, head over heels for his girlfriend, totally loved her. And while there was no cheating involved, to his knowledge, she just kind of woke up one morning and was like, hey, you know, I want something different. And unfortunately, you're not it. Now, as I said before, pain is relative. And so it doesn't matter if it's a 15-year marriage or a 6-month relationship. If you really love somebody and they walk out of your life, it can be devastating. So I'm going to talk about my situation and how, you know, I dealt with my relationship after being completely heartbroken. And hopefully Sarah or James and anybody else who's going through what Sarah and James is going through can relate to my story and can be like, oh wow, you know, if she went through it, she got out of it, maybe I can get out of it too. So I've only been in love once, and I was in a relationship with this man for 2 years, a little over 2 years. We had a home together, we had a puppy together, and he was the love of my life. Everything about him was amazing. There's no other way around it. He was just incredible. And I went on a vacation, and I came home early from my vacation, and my partner was having an affair, and I caught him. I came home to panties on my $3,000 kitchen table. I was pissed, to say the least. I was mortified. I was shocked. I was in complete disbelief. I had no idea what was going on this entire time. I felt stupid. I was like, what happened? My whole world flipped upside down. Anyways, I knew the woman he cheated on me with. I knew her personality. I knew what she looked like. Basically, they were in on it together. And I was just, I swear to gosh, I was so angry. When I say angry, I mean angry. So I went through several stages. That relationship, and losing my home, and losing my puppy, and losing the partner that I loved more than anything in this entire world, completely just put me in a whole different world. You know, they say that the world is a dangerous place, but I would have to disagree. I think your mind is the most dangerous place, because when you slip into anxiety or depression or social anxiety or fear, it's like a maze, and you can't escape from it. There's nothing that you can do for it to just go away. It's like you take a turn, wrong turn, take another turn, wrong turn, try again. And you're just like, what in the hell is actually going on? How to just get me off this roller coaster? And that's very much so what for the next several months it felt like I was on, was a roller coaster. The first stage for me was the easiest, and that was crying. That's all I did was cry.
No, I'm not what you need.
The second stage, well, this was probably as bad as the first stage. I found myself doing things that I normally otherwise would never do, like binge eat and watch depressing love stories or depressing movies that really I would never even been interested in. I mean, I'm an action kind of girl. Like, I want to watch Predator.
You jump, I jump, remember?
Every night and you said you never let go, Jack. You liar!
The third stage that kind of came about eventually over time was I wanted to just beat something. I wanted to beat somebody. What's up, man? I wanted to beat somebody, something. I mean, I was angry.
Bro, come on, too far, you're going too far.
A woman who is scorned. I'm here to tell you, y'all better watch out. And then after I was angry, I got sad again, and I cried more, and I felt even more isolated. And that's when the depression really sat in. The depression sat in because I felt like I was never going to find anybody. I felt like I was never going to find anybody who loved me. I started thinking that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't pretty enough, that I wasn't smart enough. And even though I knew this chick and she had nothing on me, like nothing. I still somehow felt like maybe she's better than me because he cheated on me with her. I mean, her? Really? Her? I was just completely puzzled. I just didn't even understand. And I just couldn't let go. I loved this person with all of my being. You know, we talked about marriage, we talked about adopting, and we talked about all kinds of things. I shared my hopes and my dreams with this individual, and he betrayed me. Betrayal is something that is just unexplainable. You never think that it would happen to you, and when it does, you don't know how you'll react. So now, Sarah and James, I don't know about your guys' situation. Maybe you're not as lucky as I am to have friends and talk. But one thing that we do always suggest in therapy, and I learned this through my internship, was start a journal. I know you're thinking, a journal? Are you kidding me? Yeah, right. No, I'm serious though. Writing down your thoughts and your feelings and being able to express that anger and that sadness and getting it off of your chest is so incredibly helpful. It's unbelievable. If you start a diary, don't hold it over your head that you should have to write in it every single day. Write in it when you want to. Write in it when you feel like you have to. If you're feeling really, really bad one day and you want to write in your journal, write in it. And the next day, you're not feeling bad, then don't write. It's not supposed to be something that's obligatory. You're just supposed to be able to write in it when you want to. Another thing that I suggest is seeking therapy. A lot of people can't afford therapy, and I know that, but there are so many resources that you can call. You can call a hotline, and I will have it linked down below. But you can call a hotline for depression. Did you know that? And you can call and just talk to them. And it's kind of like free therapy, and it's completely anonymous. If you're ever having suicidal thoughts, you can call the 1-800 National Hotline for Suicide. I'll leave that number linked down below as well. Call them. Because when you get out of a relationship, you just feel completely like worthless. And you feel like you're never going to find anybody better and nobody's ever going to love you. And I'm here to tell you that that's just not true. And most of your friends will say, oh, don't worry, Sarah. You'll find somebody better. Don't worry, James. She wasn't good enough for you. You deserve better. But to you, they were good enough. And to you, they were your world. And I'm here to tell you that no matter what I say or anybody else says, your friends or anybody, even your therapist, if you're currently seeking one, they're not going to be able to take the pain away. But they can walk you through the stages of pain. So they're not as debilitating. The next stage is probably one of the most important, and it's the hardest stage, because it's not that we don't want to do this, it's that we don't know how to do this, and that is loving ourselves. You got to heal yourself, you got to get right, you got to put yourself first when you normally wouldn't ever. And you really got to take time for yourself and be single. And when I say single, there's two things that I mean to this. You can be single, and that just means you're not entertaining another human being and you're not sexually active. No, what I mean is you need to take this time and get mentally and emotionally healthy again. It's not uncommon that after being in a long-term relationship, or even a relationship in which you were really, really into and you're really in love with your person, it's not uncommon to lose, in a way, your autonomy. You grow with the person, therefore your hopes and your dreams grow with them. And so when you find yourself being single again, you're just like, well, who am I? What do I want? What am I interested in? And that doesn't mean that you completely lost your independence. It just means that you grew and you loved your partner to your fullest extent. So take this time to just really relax and get to know you again. I implore you, do not go out and find and lean on another person to escape your pain, or lean on substance abuse to escape your pain. It will not help you. I cannot say this enough. It will not alleviate your pain. There is no way around this pain. The only way around it is to go through it. It's kind of like a tornado. You can't go around the supercell. Instead, you just got to go through the supercell and into the eye of the storm and let it just flash you all over. This guy is looking at me like I'm crazy. But you just got to let it thrash you all over. Go through each and every single step. If you're depressed for months, go through those depressing feelings. Feel it. Own it. Don't lean on somebody else to take it away from you, to numb it, because it won't work. I went and hooked up with somebody, even if it was just for that night, or to try to get in like a fake relationship with somebody so they could distract me from my pain. And that would be two things. The first thing is I would have felt promiscuous, and I'm just not that kind of girl. I'm very old school, and I believe that you should only give your body to your partner and to the person that you love, or that you at least really care about, and that's something that's sacred, and you should always cherish that. The second thing is let's say you do go out and you find somebody to numb the pain, to distract you. Two things are going to happen with that. You're either going to be comparing the current person that you're talking to now with your old partner, thinking, oh, he didn't do it like this, or she didn't say that, or they didn't make me feel like this. So that's just already a loss. The other thing that could come out of that is, let's say your partner that you're talking to right now, that you use to numb your pain, let's say they actually really start to develop feelings for you, because they didn't walk into this, rebounded relationship, A, knowing that they're a rebound, and B, having any type of baggage or luggage. You walked into that with baggage and luggage. So essentially what you're doing is you're victimizing somebody and causing pain and inflicting that pain just to escape from your own. And that's just not fair. And I know that that's not who you are. I hate this saying, but gosh, it's so true. It's so cliche, but I swear it's timeless for a reason, and that is, time heals everything. So find something that you love. Go and discover that again, whether it's painting or drawing or writing or skateboarding, surfing. I promise you, you will make it out of this. You are good enough, you're smart enough, and I'm here to support you. And everybody who's watching this, rally behind Sarah and James, because they need our support right now. I mean, everybody, at least at one point in our lives, have been heartbroken, and we know how horrible it feels. It's one of the worst feelings ever. It makes you never want to fall in love again. You're just like, forget about love. I'm just never doing this again. Psycho people fall in love. No, healthy people fall in love. And healthy people equally get their heart broken as well. So deal with this and know that you'll find love again. And if you ever need to talk, hit me up in my DM. I've changed my IG name. I had some hiccups in the beginning when I started my channel, but my IG name has now been changed to Two Wheel Donkey, and the link is down below. The last thing that I want to say before I close, and that is, I only add humor into this because it's try to get you to relax. It's not meant to be disrespectful at all, and there will be some topics where humor is not appropriate, and I fully recognize that. I take mental health very seriously, and by no means is this a laughing matter to me. So I hope nobody takes it as a form of disrespect, and if you did, then I just want to apologize for that right now. Until next time, Donk is out.